Hey, it's Giuseppe with Zenith Home Loans. I hope you're doing great. Today I wanted to do a video that talked about the cost of waiting. So what does it look like if you buy a home now with, let's say, a 3% down payment versus possibly waiting a year, 2 years, or 3 years in order to save up a larger down payment? That's a very common question that we get. So I wanted to take a moment and run through some hypothetical numbers. So of course, I'm recording this at the end of 2021. We've had an amazing year of appreciation. Home prices have gone up about 17% this year, which is probably unprecedented. Definitely more than the historical average, which is about 4% a year in the state of Colorado. Rent prices have gone up 12% this year in the state of Colorado. So what I'd like to do is share some numbers today with you to point out some of these benefits and to help provide some data to our part of the population who is thinking about buying a home, is not sure if now's the right time or if they should wait longer. So, hey, what I'd like to do is run some numbers for you on a hypothetical scenario of, let's say, someone who's paying rent of $2,000 per month here. Okay, they could buy a home with a 3% down payment. They can buy a $450,000 home. Their down payment of 3% is about $13,500. With rates just over 3%, you'd have just under a $2,400 per month payment, including taxes, insurance, and mortgage insurance. Okay, when you wait a year, the two main factors that most home buyers are not considering, or renters who are thinking about being home buyers are not considering, are the effects of appreciation and interest rates on that total payment. So let's say a very common question I get is, what if I might just wait till next year? I'll be able to save up some more money because we've had the conversation. Maybe interest rates, mortgage insurance are a little bit higher if you do a 3% down loan versus a 5% down payment loan. But let's look at the numbers. If you wait a year, now you can do a 5% down payment. Denver area appreciation is forecasted for now to be 6%. Okay, so that home that was $450,000 now is going to cost $477,000. The down payment goes from $13,000 to $23,000, so you need $10,000 more down payment. But look at the payment. Because the interest rate is higher and the price is higher, you're actually paying $100 per month more, even though you're spending $10,000 extra in down payment by prolonging this 1 year. That's assuming the interest rate moves up only 0.25%. We have to keep in mind that before we knew COVID was a word, interest rates in the history of mankind had never been below 3.5%. So we are working up from historically low interest rates. Okay, so the next question a client might ask, well, what about, maybe I'll wait 2 years. By then, I'll have a 10% down payment. So that brings us to the third column here. So now, if we assume that appreciation goes back to the historical norm, 4% a year for the state of Colorado in metro areas, that home now is going to cost $496,000. If rates move up only another 0.25%, now you are putting almost a $50,000 down payment instead of $13,000, and you again see a $100 higher payment than what you could have today with a 3% down payment. Okay, and then the last column, I want to say 3 years. Okay, so even at 3 years, appreciation remains at 4%. Rates continue to move up another 0.25%, so we're still below 4%. When I bought my first home in 2006, we had a 6.5% interest rate, and I thought that was about as low as they'd ever been in history. So 4% is still a very low interest rate. Okay, but let's look at the numbers. By then, now you'd have to invest $77,000 in down payment of your hard-earned cash versus $13,000 today. With the higher payment, now you're back at a $2,500 payment again. So really, all of these scenarios end up with a higher payment and a higher down payment compared to buying a home now. So if there is anything you'd like to review, like to see a customized one of these, please let me know. We'd love to connect. Put my phone number there at the end of the video, or you can reply to the email and we can build a custom analysis just for you so that you know all the data and can make the best decision for you and your family. Thanks again and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.